Welcome to Waters Online, where mountain gardening is made easy with mountain gardener Ken Lane.
There we go.
Now, up here a mile high, we have a lot of ground to cover. So what do you recommend as far as ground covers are concerned?
Well, hillsides. Mountain gardening is all about hills and grades, and we have erosion control, so it's always an issue. And lawns, especially in the west, southwest, lawns are out because of water use. We're trying to replace those lawns to reduce water and reduce mowing, I don't want a mower.
Right.
I sold my mower when I moved here and I don't want to replace it. And I've heard that often.
Sure.
So these are all the plants that adapt very well to higher altitudes, take our wind, our sun, and grow well but act, stay low but act and expand.
Okay.
So let's just go through the plants. We'll explain we could just start with that one. That's a classic.
Sure.
That is creeping thyme. We use this one often in between flagstone pavers, old English garden look, and
Beautiful.
It smells so good. It has a pink flower that grows on top of it. So that's one. Right next to that was cotoneaster, or cottoneaster is how it's spelled, but cotoneaster is how you pronounce it. Evergreen shrub. So it has a very immense root structure, and it puts these long runners out about 8 feet wide by 8 feet, just holds at that ground. Has white flowers in the spring and red berries. You're seeing them just starting to form. So it's a great all-season plant that we've got for here.
Excellent. What about this guy right here?
That's my favorite rose of all time.
Yeah.
This is carpet rose.
Okay.
And you rose folks, they aren't heavy maintenance. When this flower dies, it prunes itself back and then pushes another flower automatically.
Nice.
But it only gets, not even knee high. So it stays very low, and then thus the name carpet rose. Comes in different colors. But if you need some color out in the yard, great heavy-rooted landscape shrub with lots of fancy color to it.
I've never
So
heard of
carpet
a rose as a ground cover. I like that idea.
Very
What's
good. I
this
use it
guy?
often. This is a Jukka, or bugleweed. I like a Jukka better. Very lush green, more of a shade kind of plant, but it has a blue flower to it. Does it smell? Nah, kind of a light scent to it, but just a nice classic ground cover. Great for tree wells, those north sides next to the patio to replace a lawn, a great one. Let me go over one of my favorites I have in full sun bright areas.
Yes.
This one I use often. These are sedums. So there's different types of sedums. I like to have fun with them. The old classic is chicks and hen. Been around forever.
Right.
But folks don't realize evergreen gets a flower. They come in so many other types of colors and textures. But they're evergreen, but they're so drought hardy, they take on just the brightest of sun, hot places. Go up to 105, 110 degrees, or it'll go down to 20 below, I believe is how low these go. They're lush. Great for erosion control, great for just ground covers, not for walking on so much, but great on hillsides. So I use those often. This one is pincushion flower, super drought hardy. If you've got a butterfly even remotely close in your yard to this plant, they're going to go, I like to think of it as a butterfly landing pad. They love them. But this is as tall as the plant gets, but then it has these flowers that just float. And when the slight breeze comes, they just dance, add some motion to your yard. This is one, euonymus. Euonymus is a huge family of plants. They've got some that get very large. You make hedges out of them. This one stays very low. So this is about as tall as it gets, but you can see what it's doing already. It's starting to grow out sideways and expanding, and so it'll just fill in so you have this part of the yard looks like this, year-round, evergreen.
Perfect.
Okay, then we've got, don't underestimate things like herbs. This is a mint, strawberries, oregano. They're very hardy. Yes, they're culinary. Yes, you can eat them, but they're also very soft, add lots of texture, very hardy, and make great ground cover. You can just see what this mint's doing.
Yes.
This will quadruple in size 1 year.
Right.
Okay,
Wow.
then we've got the classic of all times. This is juniper. So junipers, this is a carpet juniper, blue carpet, and it just puts these runners on and keeps going. And you can't kill a juniper unless you overwater it or treat it with too much care. Then, lastly, don't underestimate vines. People think, I got to grow a vine up a trellis. I got to grow it up a fence. No, you don't. You've got a grade with some rocks and you just want to soften it, cut the weeds, keep things that make it look better. You've got two. This is how this one grows naturally. This is Virginia creeper. It's famous in the fall because it turns this brilliant, brilliant red. But a great ground cover, very soft. And the last one would be trumpet vine. You can just see the flowers. Hummingbirds, they think they've died and gone to heaven.
Right.
They love this plant.
Sure.
So trumpet vine, take it off the stakes, lay it on the ground. It'll run, touch another piece of the ground, root out, form another plant, so it just expands from there. I've got a list here at the Garden Center of the best ground covers for mountain soils. Ask for that the next time you're in, and you'll have even more choices.
Terrific advice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mountain Gardener.
Thanks.